In this video, we're going to talk about comms for live production and how to communicate with your camera operators. Hello, I'm Stephen Ballast. Welcome to my channel where I explore worship technology solutions. If you follow my channel at all, you know I talk a lot about live streaming video. And as you put together a video system for your church, as soon as you start using multiple cameras with camera operators and a person directing or controlling your video switcher, one of the things you'll discover is that you need a way to communicate. And that's what comm systems were created for. The person directing the video and controlling what camera is live needs a way to communicate with the camera operators. So in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about comm systems, and then I'll talk a bit about some strategies for communicating with your camera operators. Hollyland sent me this Mars T1000 comm system to review. Prior to this, I've used a number of different systems, including ClearComm, which is kind of the industry standard if there is such a thing. I really don't like that term. But over the years, I've also used a number of budget options. We've been using a data video system for the past several years here at our church. But usually when I've gone with a budget system, they always had some shortcomings that made me wish I had gone with ClearComm. I have to say I'm really impressed with the T1000. And this is going to become the main system that we use now here at our church for comms going forward. For many years, wireless comms have been really expensive. And that's the first thing that impressed me about the T1000. You would pay more for a basic 4-person wired ClearComm system than what you're going to pay for this system. And the T1000 is wireless. You don't have to run any cables to get it to work. It comes in a nice carrying case, and really the only thing I had to do after I unpacked it to get it working was to link each belt pack to the base station. You do that by long pressing the center button on each belt pack, go to pair, and then select one of the 4 slots that are available for the 4 belt packs. Just be sure that each belt pack is on a unique ID. And just like that, we're talking on this system. It's really that simple to use. The only I'd say unusual thing about the system is the operation of the button to talk or mute your microphone. It defaults to being muted when you first turn it on, which is a good thing. Then to talk, you have to long press the button on the side, and that latches your microphone on in the talk mode. You don't have to hold the button anymore to talk. To mute, you double tap the button. The amount of time you have to hold that button to be able to talk is a little annoying. If I were to suggest one thing to Hollyland to improve on this system, it would be to change the way the button works so that if I press and hold the button, I can immediately talk as long as I'm holding the button. Then have the double tap toggle between mute and latching on talk. There is another way to mute your mic. If you leave the belt pack set to talk, you can raise your microphone on the headset up, and that will also shut off your mic as well. So that is a nice way to use it. You can just use the microphone itself to turn your mic on and off, and you can do that rather quickly. It's a full duplex system, which means when one person talks, everyone can hear them, and you can hear everyone else talking at the same time. It's not like a walkie-talkie where only one person can talk at a time, which is really important for live production. The system comes with 4 belt packs, a base station, and 5 headsets. That's because you can plug a headset into the base station and use the base station like an additional belt pack. So a total of 5 people can be talking with this system. Usually you would put the base station with your video director and give the belt packs to your camera operators. For us, that turned out to not be the best solution. Our video room is upstairs and behind a cinder block wall, and what I found was that if we put the base station in the control room, we had decent signal most of the time, but occasionally a cameraman would get a brief dropout in certain parts of our room, especially under the balcony. What I found worked 100% of the time was to put the base station in our sound booth out in the room and then give our director a belt pack. And with that arrangement, we had solid signal all of the time without any dropouts. As with anything wireless, it's going to work best if you have unobstructed sight lines between your antennas, but I found this system had a reasonable amount of penetration through walls. On that note, the T1000 does have the ability here on the side to integrate together with a wired intercom system. So I haven't done this yet, but I do plan to connect this with our data video intercom system, and then probably have our director use the wired system and our camera operators use the wireless packs. Using wireless comms really frees up a lot of creativity. Using the Hollyland Mars 400S for wireless video and the T1000 for comms, I can put a camera operator anywhere in the room without having to worry about cabling. So once you have your comm system in place, how do you direct your camera operators? It's normal that the person operating the video switcher, who's selecting and switching cameras, is going to be talking to the camera operators, because the camera operators need to know when their camera is live. Also, other important things to communicate are things like what's coming up next, who's going to be leading a song, or things like that. You can find videos here on YouTube of the comms feed of broadcast shows. They'll usually have a person reading from a script continuously calling out cues, letting camera operators and the director know what's coming. And it's a steady stream of constant but choreographed chatter. And while that's fun to watch, I think it's important to scale what you do to your environment. So here are a few important things to keep in mind when directing video for a live production, that you can scale to whatever environment you have. First, develop a common language. What does a close-up mean? Medium shot, cowboy shot, two-shot, wide shot, etc. Some of these could mean slightly different things in different environments. So be sure you are all talking the same language, so when you call for something, the camera operator can get you the shot quickly and efficiently. Second, the camera operators need to know when they are about to go live, when they are live, and when they are off. It's best to keep what you say clear and concise. A word is better than a sentence. So for us, what that looks like is our director will call ready 1, take 1. The first part, ready 1, tells camera 1 that they are about to go live, so they should steady their shot and hold the shot in preparation for going live. Take 1 means that camera is now live, and any other cameras know that they are no longer live and can move to their next shot. And speaking of moving to the next shot, the way I like to run my camera operators is that I will give them a handful of shots to look for during each section of the service. So for example, during the singing portion of the service, a particular camera operator knows that their assignment is the cycle between the guitar player, drummer, and piano player. Each time their camera is live and then off, they go to their next assignment. This is communicated with them before the service begins, so during the service, I don't have to call out or direct what shots they take. A center back camera may be assigned to stay on the lead singer for each song. They may change up their framing a bit each shot, but for the most part, they know that their assignment is to follow whoever is leading the song. This doesn't mean I won't ask a camera for a particular shot. Camera 2, give me a close-up of the kazoo. But it does cut down on a lot of direction and talk needed to tell each camera operator what their next shot should be. And that's it. Really, you just need to find what works for your environment. I hope you found this useful. Check out the Hollyland T1000. It's a great product at a great price. Until next time, bye.